Hi everyone, I am doing a wetsuit video today. I had two people come to me recently having bought new wetsuits and struggling to get them on or feeling uncomfortable in them. So I'm going to show you the tried and tested method of inside out wetsuit putting on. This one was shown to me by another coach on a coaching course many years ago, and she used to trial wetsuits for triathlon magazines. So she was sent them by manufacturers who showed her the best way to put them on, and this I agree is the best way. So starting with a wetsuit, this wetsuit is inside out. It's a hoop wetsuit, it's quite a tight one, it's a few years old now, and I use it just for regular training and coaching. And I always store my wetsuits inside out, sometimes in a mesh bag, sometimes on a nice padded hanger, and I find it's much easier to put them on inside out too. So once you take them off, you can rinse them inside out and let them dry. And because the fabric's on the outside, that's the bit that absorbs the water. The neoprene, which is on the inside, if you store them inside out, doesn't need to be quite so dry. So this is definitely the fastest way to dry them. Also good to store them, and you're not having to turn them inside out all the time. You turn them right way around all the time. So to put your wetsuit on the inside out method, make sure it's inside out. And you need to make sure that the chest, when you put it on the floor, to help you put it on inside out, the chest should face your chest, like that. So I'm going to pop it on the floor in front of me. And with the legs here, the cuffs, I'm going to just turn that over. So there's a couple of inches of fabric on the inside of each leg cuff. You can also use plastic bags on your feet, like freezer bags or something, to help you, particularly if you've got longer toenails. But I don't feel I need to do that. It's perfectly fine with this for me, but everyone each their own. Put your foot inside the cuff and just pull. And you want to really feel that the hem of the leg is really high up the calf. So I can feel that the hem on my left leg here is all the way up there. And then ease the wetsuit up until your foot is out of the neck of your wetsuit. Just pull that up as high as you can. And then we repeat with the other leg. Such a glamorous sport, this one. Right, same with the other leg. Just find the neck and then pull. Again, I can feel the calf. Hem is up there quite high, and I've got the legs up as high as I can sitting down. I'm going to stand up. And the great thing about this method is when you grab wetsuit, you're grabbing the fabric, which can't rip in the same way as the neoprene. And I can be quite rough, then, so I can pull up the suit without worrying too much about it. Give everything a wiggle to bring it up. And the trick to having a well-fitting, comfortable wetsuit is to have as much fabric up here as you can. You want flexibility on the shoulders. In order to get flexibility in the shoulders, we have to make sure that the crotch area of the wetsuit is comfortable. And that means making sure there's ample fabric up here and it's not dragging you down. So make sure it's up nice and high. That feels really good. I've got good flexibility. Now I've got, obviously the legs are really high, so I can ease that down. Just carefully pull the wetsuit legs back to where you want them. Make sure it's smooth up the back of the knee. You can always wear little cotton gloves if you want to help you with this and protect your suit. Again, that one is nicely positioned there. And that's now really well fitting all the way up to the waist. We repeat that process with the sleeves. So I turn the cuff in from the sleeve there, and there. And the trick with the sleeves is do one at a time. Do not try to put it on like a jumper. Get one arm in and then the other. So push my arm in. It's harder to get the sleeves up high on the arm, but you can do it so that once your arm's in, ease up the inside and then pull that onto the shoulder. And again, you can always then pull sleeve down a bit. Just don't yank it down too far. Just make sure it's comfortable. Really need to make sure that when you've got shoulder over, there's plenty of fabric. And again, it's fitting nicely through there. Now, I'm leaving my watch on. This is an older wetsuit, I'm not too worried. But if it was a new wetsuit, I would take my watch off before I put on my suit. And again, same here. So before you do up the zip, loads of fabric all the way up, and then ease it down a bit. So now everything is up nice and high and as comfortable as a wetsuit's going to be. I'm just going to see if I can get my zip on. I've got a bottom to top zip here, so I have to get the zip in at the bottom before I can pull. Sometimes it works doing it on my own, sometimes I need help. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Just making sure the flap on the zip is fitting nicely. And there you have it, a wetsuit where I have full range of motion. I can move my arms, I can do backstroke, front crawl, I can even do butterfly. It feels really comfortable on my shoulders. A wetsuit is never 100% comfortable. It always feels a bit tight around the neck for me until I get in the water, and then the pressure inside the suit of the water lifts it off the chest and you feel a little bit easier. But you should be able to have free range of movement here. If you can't move your shoulders up, then what you're doing is you've had the suit fitted too low, it's come down here and that's pulling down on the shoulders, restricting your range of movement. If it does it on dry land, it will do it in the water. Taking the extra time to fit your suit properly on the day of your race, your event, or even just your training can really affect the quality of the activity you're about to do. So don't rush. Make sure you're on time to your training session or your event, and give yourself the time to get into your suit. Even if you get into it a bit early and you leave it down to your waist, so you just got to pull the top half up, then that means you've got the time not to rush. You're not trying to put it on like a pair of jogger bottoms. You need to have the time to put it on properly, and then you'll have not only a comfortable suit, you have a comfortable swim. It could really make the difference between success and not having a great day. I hope you found that useful. I will say is when you take your, I'll show you, when you take your suit off, do one arm at a time. Doesn't matter which arm works for you, but get the first arm out. And that might mean you've got to pull a little bit on the side, but get one arm out and then get the other arm out. The amount of people who try to take off both arms at the same time get stuck. I couldn't count on both hands. So one arm at a time, put it down to your waist, and then shove it down as far as you can. Also, if you're in an open water event, it doesn't matter about time, but in a triathlon, you stand on it. So whatever you need to get out, and then your suit is ready. So when you finished your event or your training session, you took your suit off, and when you took it off, it was inside out. You don't have to touch it now. You don't have to turn it the right way around. You just put it on a nice, wide, thick, padded hanger. Hang it up on your washing line or in the shower. Rinse it thoroughly and let it air dry, and then put it away. And there you have a suit ready to go on next time. It saves the neoprene. You minimise the cuts and the tears and the scratches by doing it this way. And it's also much easier to put on. So have a go. Don't expect it to be perfect the first time. Just try it again. Keep practicing at home. Gives your family something funny to watch. You could even record it and share it on the Try This Facebook page if you want. If you're really stuck and can't get to grips with it, then please feel free to bring it on to training session and we can have a play around with it on the poolside. I hope that you found that helpful. I'll see you soon. Bye.